Okay, Nimmo gets a base hit. Cabrera's up. All right, you got Cabrera up against the lefty batting right-handed. Been their best hitter all year. Had been in a little bit of a slump. Doubled his last time up. You bunt him. We can sit here and debate whether you want to take the bat out of Cabrera's hands, especially with lefties coming up behind him and a lefty on the mound. This is your best hitter. I mean, this has been your best hitter. Not only that, he bunts it. The pitcher catches it, and Nimmo gets stumbled off. I mean, you can't make it up. I mean, you got to be kidding me here. And you want to bunt him with lefties behind him. Conforto pops up. They're out of the inning. I mean, this has gotten to be just a total embarrassment. And at the top of the list is the manager. Let's be honest. He has been awful. I'm sorry. He has been awful. He has no feel. First, he got no feel for the city. Secondly, he's got no feel for his club. And I'm not saying he has been given a good deck. He has not. But he has managed situations about as poorly as you can possibly manage him. He has messed up his bullpen. He has taken the confidence out of the back of his bullpen. All right, you want to tell me that both Lugo and Gesellman have had moments in the bullpen? Fine. But your closer doesn't like his role, and he's unhappy. Blevins, your lefty guy, has been exposed, and you don't even have a lick of confidence in him, and he hates it here. And now I've watched this guy pinch hit the wrong guys. I've watched him make a million mistakes. You got a base hit to start the inning, and you got a right-handed hitter up. You got a bunch of lefties behind him, and you're going to bunt the guy who's been your best stick all year? Bunt him into a double play? I understand you want to start a runner. I understand you want to get things moving around. This guy did hit a double his last time up, and he has been your best hitter all year. And you're bunting him into lefties. Conforto's up next. Then you got Frazier. Then you got Bruce. You got two lefties and three. I think that's how they're hitting today. I'm pretty sure if I remember right. So the bottom line is that's not what you can't. When you have a team that can't hit, you can't give up outs. You can't hand them outs. And then you just took your team with a little bit of life completely out of the inning. Jeez. Now this team has been decimated in a lot of ways, but this team also has been incredibly badly run all year. I'm sorry. It has been. The moves in the bullpen have been perplexing. The moves with the moves late in games with the offense have been otherworldly. They have been otherworldly. He doesn't have a good bench. I'm not trying to say he has a good bench. I'm not trying to say he has a good offense. He doesn't. But, yeah, I mean, come on now. What are you doing? Jeff and Maspeth starts us off. What's up, Jeff?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the bullpen, but this guy, I don't understand. I mean, this manager, I mean, if he was a general in the war, we'd be speaking German right now.
It's an old, hackneyed, terrible joke. Jimmy and Wantor, what's up, Jimmy? What's up?
Hey, Mike. Thanks for taking the call.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Mike, I'm a Yankee fan,
but no one wants to hear you about the Mets, though, to be honest with you, you know? They don't really want to hear you rain on the Mets now from the Yankee position, okay?
No, I understand, Mike, but I'm saying, 5 games into the season, they're doing that stupid sort.
Oh, you see, again, I don't need Yankee fans to kick the Mets when they're down. That I don't have to listen to. I really don't. Okay? I understand the Yankees are the Yankees. I understand they're doing the salt and pepper thing when they were winning games at the start of the year. That's all fine. The Mets do some rinky-dink things. They do. That's who they are. They've always been that way. They've always been an organization that does things a little rinky-dink. I mean, I'm sorry, that's who they are. Okay? That's kind of why they've always been a little lovable. The Yankees are, the Yankees. They're arrogant. They're great. Their whole thing. I mean, they don't do stuff like that. We understand that. All right? I mean, that's all true. No, we all understand that. But I'm sorry. I mean, have a feel for I just don't get it. I don't get why he's buried Familia. Familia's not, Mariano Rivera, but he's a good reliever. He's a solid reliever. Why is he now up in the 8th inning? Why did he lose his job? And I just don't get it. And then we can discuss the bullpen. I mean, the starters have been pretty good. Matz is improving. Wheeler's pitched well lately. You're seeing some things from those guys. You've seen some stuff from Gesellman and Lugo, but you saw stuff from Gesellman and Lugo last year also before Callaway was here. So, I mean, at different times, too, they had their moments. Lugo's just a good pitcher. Gesellman kind of blows hot and cold. Lugo's a good pitcher. You can use him in a variety of ways. He's a guy he's got ability, and he's versatile. The kind of guy you like to have in your staff. He could do a lot of things, as he proves here. But, I mean, you wonder what the heck this guy's doing. You listen to him talk, you don't know what he's talking about. Talking about Cleveland, talking about pressure. One day he's talking about we don't have meetings, then we have meetings. We don't get guys up and not pitch him, then he gets guys up and doesn't pitch them. Then we don't do this, we don't do that. The next day he does this, he does that. I mean, it's hard to watch. And he's got no feel for his offense. I know he doesn't have any offense, but what offense he has, he just has no feel for. I mean, none. His pinch hitting moves are always very bizarre. Just what we watched just there. I mean, these outs are precious. Plus, that's the one guy you wanted to see swing the bat there. He made him bunt. Vinny in Queens, what's up, Vinny?
Hey, Mike, great to have you back.
Thank you. What's happening?
No, nothing. I just want to make a point in the Mets and one of the Warriors, if I could. But going back to what you said before, don't forget, Jimmy Bruce yesterday getting on first base in the 9th inning, and you had Reyes on the bench. I mean, he could have at least pitch ran for the guy, and he didn't even do that either.
I think he wants Reyes off the team. I don't think he even wants to use Reyes anymore. I think he wants Reyes off the team. I think he's going to get it tomorrow, most likely. And listen, he's not wrong about that. Reyes hasn't done a good job, so I can't. Listen, I think he's buried Reyes. I think he wants to bury Reyes. He's put Reyes at third when he didn't have to. Reyes stinks at third. His heart's not in it. I think that's the problem with Reyes. His heart isn't in this stuff. It really isn't. Plus, he can't catch up to a fastball anymore. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. He just can't hit a fastball anymore. They throw the ball right by him. He lost his bat speed. So Reyes had a very good career. His career's over.
Yeah, I know Reyes has been a starter his whole career. I don't know if that has.
I think that's part of it. I think that's part of it. I think some guys, it's hard for them to be on the bench. Plus, Reyes comes from a place where you're never sure exactly how old he really is. So he couldn't be a little older than we said he was when he was young. He's been in the major league 16 years. Reyes had 2,000 hits. He's had a really good career. Now, if you go back to his early couple of years when he's hitting 20 triples or 15 triples, you're thinking this guy might really be that good. And maybe his career, I'd say he wasn't as good as we thought he was going to be. He had a good career. He didn't have I'd say his career was good, not outstanding. He didn't want a batting crown. He had a lot of hits. He's probably a lifetime 290 hitter or so. Maybe it's slipped to 285 now, in these later years. So he's had a good career. I'll tell you what the Mets look like. They look old and tired, and what the first thing they have to do is they got to energize this roster. And that means cut a couple of veterans, put a couple of kids in. You're not winning with these veterans anyway. Get rid of a couple of these old guys. Put the kids in, let them play. You got any kids on the farm that can play, bring them up and let them play. And you got kids to put in these roles, put them in the roles. Let them play. You're not getting anything out of these other guys anyway. And listen, I've said this on this show 1,000 times. The Mets have to have Cespedes. Without Cespedes, they don't go. He's their guy. He is the cog in the wheel here. He's been that way since the day you walked in here. They look like a different offense when he's up there every game 4 times. That's all there is to it. They don't operate when they don't have Cespedes. You put Cespedes in the middle of that lineup, everything looks a lot better the day you do it. But there's also a way you can play this stuff without basically running yourself running yourself into outs. I mean, sometimes you just shake your head. Hector in Washington Heights, what's up, Hector?
Hey, Mike, thanks for taking the call.
Yeah, what's happening?
And thanks for not letting these Yankee fans embarrass them.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that anyway, so go ahead.
Yeah, it goes on all day. Mike, I have a question for you, but I'd like to make a quick comment on what you said about Familia. I agree the run wasn't his fault today, but I think he's kind of earned his spot where he is right now. We've seen him blow a few games, and none of the guys been perfect. And I get you. He's not Mariano Rivera. Nobody's Mariano Rivera. We don't expect him to be perfect. I don't think he... Listen, I didn't think he does... Listen, he hasn't been otherworldly this year, but I didn't think he deserved to lose his job. I didn't think he deserved to be treated like he's not the closer anymore. I wouldn't say he lost it. Maybe he just... it seems to me like I think they're moving him out. I mean, it seems to me. And, what is Gesellman in save opportunities this year? Like 2 for 7 or something? Yeah, no. You're right. Oh, I just think Familia, anything you hear is that Familia's not happy. Well, listen, and I'm not trying to make Familia happy, all right? But my point is, Familia did save 50 games here a couple of years in a row. The guy is not your big problem. This year he saved, let me see what he's got going here. He's save opportunities this year. He's 14 for 18 this year. It's not great. It's not terrible. You'd like to be 5. You'd like to go 5 for the season. 4 is a lot. Is much. But the Mets have blown so many games from a standpoint of save opportunities so far. It's been unbelievable. They've blown 1 million save opportunities. Gesellman so far is. Let me see him in save opportunities. He's 2 for 6. Come on. That's not your problem. You didn't need to create a problem there. And you can see on Familia's face he's not happy. But be that as it may, the offense right now is the issue. They're pitching. The bullpen was a problem on the road where they scored runs. They're up 5-3, they lose. They're up 6-1, they lose. They're up 6-0, they lose the lead. We saw that with that bullpen. It had to do with not going deep enough into games, and it had to do with a bullpen that just couldn't get anybody out. So we went through that whole run there. And the Orioles don't even have their main guys in the bullpen. But I don't know what's going to, I don't know if the Mets are capable of getting a run. Let's see. Let's see what Bruce and Frazier do here in the bottom of this inning. See if they can win a game. Right now, the Orioles won 2-1 last night. They're up 1-0 now as the Mets bunted themselves into a double play in the bottom of the 8th. That's hard to even say. And then here's Frazier to start off the ninth, so we'll see what happens. But they are playing terribly. Greg in Jersey. What's up, Greg? Yeah, Greg. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Greg, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on? I'd like to talk about Cespedes.
Go ahead.
How do you say Cespedes is our best player? He's not.
Oh, please. Are you a Met fan?
Yes, I am.
You're also a dumb one if you don't think Cespedes is your best player. Come on. Cespedes is your best. You've done really well without him. Really, you've been a heck of an offense. If I have to argue with you that Cespedes is your best player, then I don't even know why I'd even waste my breath, okay? Take it from me, okay? And anyone who's ever watched your team play, who has half a brain, Cespedes is your best player. All right? Call up and argue that. You're either just argumentative or a fool, one or the other. Frankie and Yonkers, what's up, Frankie? Frazier led off with a base hit. I hope they're not bunting Bruce here to start in the bottom of the ninth. Go ahead. What's up?
Hey, good afternoon, Mike. Thanks for welcome back.
Dang, what's happening?
Frustrated Mets fan. It's a disappointment. Obviously, the Wilpons would never sell the team, and they don't do anything in the best interest of the team.
Forget that,
I know
Frank.
that, but my thing is that
the team.
If you're the owner, will you fire Sandy Alderson right now?
No, I'm not firing anybody right this minute. All right, they put Reyes in to run for Frazier. I don't see Jose stealing a base here. I'm telling you right now. Let Bruce hit. Bruce is due to hit one out of the park here. Please don't bunt Bruce. Please don't. If I have to sit here and watch him bunt, don't bunt Bruce. I'll take the hit if he hits into a double play. Don't bunt Bruce. Let Bruce swing the bat. Bruce has 3 home runs, which is almost hard to fathom. And I don't think, you guys can check, Mons, I don't think he's hit a homer at Citi Field this year. I think he's hit 3 home runs all on the road. I don't think he's hit a home run at home this year. This would be a nice time for his first. Bruce can take the ball out of any part of the ballpark. Has he hit a home run at home? No homers at home. So this is the perfect time for Bruce to take a pitch here. He's hitting 186 at home with no homers. So he's hit 3 on the road, has not hit a home run. This guy had 36 home runs last year. So this would be a nice time for him to hit one into the porch in right field. Reyes trying to grab himself a lead there. I doubt he's going. I would be stunned if Reyes ran. I really would. I think they want him to score on a long hit, but I do not expect him to steal here. I'd be very surprised if he ran. Plus, you're giving Bruce whatever hole there is to shoot through over there, although they got the shift on. But Bruce is doing a crank one here. You got to give him a chance to do it. You got him up there. But Reyes must be jumping out because we're throwing over every time here. So Reyes must be jumping out to a decent lead. We haven't seen it on the screen yet. But you got Bruce up. I got to figure you got to give him a chance to see if he can, take a pitch and hit one, drive one into the gap, or drive one down the right field line. I mean, the guy is a slugger. That's his job. This guy doesn't throw hard. Who's in there? I mean, he's not a guy who throws hard. Just, you just got to stay away from the double play here. What a terrible year. I know Bruce stood in front of his locker last night because I happened to be watching. I was doing something and I left the postgame on. He must have talked in front of his locker for 20 minutes last night. So I give him credit for standing there and taking the heat and talking about, hey, we're better than this and that, So 3-1 on Bruce. The question is 3-2. This is where you earn your money as a manager. 3-1, he's not going anywhere. 3-2, you're sending him. That's the question. You get the old strike him out, throw him out, or do you send him? But we'll get to that in a second. First, the 3-1 here. And Bruce hit it, it's in the park in left field, to the wall, right to the wall in left field, in front of the 370. You could tell the whole way it was in the park, but he caught it up against the 370 sign. Let's be fair. He was 2 steps from the wall. Bruce slams his helmet as he goes back in the dugout. Maybe thought he had it. He wasn't back to the wall. He had one more step to go in left center field, and he fielded the ball. And you could see Bruce has hands on hips in the dugout pacing. That was their chance, folks, right there. Now you can get creative if you want. You want to try and send him. You want to try and run Reyes and see if he can steal second base. This might be Jose's last act as a Met. This could be officially his last act.
Don't get picked off.
His career could end at second base. It really could. This could be it. This could be Jose's swan song. This pinch running extravaganza with Plawecki up. And he pops it up. That Bruce swing was going to be their chance. I thought it was anyway, to be honest with you. 2 out. I guess Mesoraco's hurt, huh? We haven't seen him. He's had a couple of big swings. Who are we going to rely on here who's in the bottom of the order here behind Plawecki to take this last swing on? Who's on the bench? I don't know if they have anybody. They already used Batista. Oh, it's Gonzalez. All right, listen. Gonzalez can... This guy's not overpowering, so he's not going to throw the ball by him. So Gonzalez could do it. The question is here, are you going for the steal, or are you going to let Gonzalez try and hit a home run, or are you going for the steal here? I think you got to try and steal a base here. There's strike 1. Well, I'm telling you now, I got to figure this guy's going to nibble a little bit with Gonzalez. If Reyes has got a bag to steal, this is your time right now. This could be his final act. Reyes, who has really struggled in this role this year. The Bruce ball caught mid-track. I don't want to make you feel like it was up against the fence. I knew it was out the long way. You knew it was going to be a heartbreaking out the whole way. It didn't have a threat to go. It was not going to make it. Gonzalez down 2 strikes. Now there's a very good chance he sends him as they maybe nibble with one in the dirt. At 0-2, this might be a good pitch to send him on and see if he can steal his bag here at 0-2. Mets 1 strike away from a 1-0 defeat and 6 straight losses into the Subway Series. He fouls it back. This has just been brutal offense. Just absolutely. Can't wait to hear Callaway's explanation for bunting Cabrera in the 8th. At least he didn't bunt Bruce in the 9th. Mesoraco's on deck. He thinks he bunted on his own, darling, huh? He did. Really, I don't. Oh, that would have been. I like to hear that. Then I got to take it back if he bunted on his own. I'd be shocked if he bunted on his own. Cabrera into the shift. Gonzalez, and the game's over. So Gonzalez hit a ground ball into the shift. The ball game is over. The Mets lose 1-0 in another feeble display. The one thing that Mons just told me is that Darling, he thinks Cabrera bunted on his own, was bunting for a hit. I couldn't tell that from the attempt. I'll be waiting in the post game to hear, because I'll definitely take it off the manager if he didn't bunt, because I don't think Cabrera should be bunting there. And if he bunted on his own, I got to ask him what he was thinking, to be honest with you, considering he's the one guy in that lineup who can probably, hit a double up the gap or something. He's been their best hitter all year. Buck comes into New York, beats the Mets 2 straight, 2-1 and 1-0. Cabrera sitting there still on the bench. Maybe he did do it. The way he's sitting there, he's either unhappy that he was told to bunt or he bunted on his own and he feels bad that he did. Either way, it was a bad play. We'll find out. He thinks he bunted on his own. I didn't think he would bunt there myself. It was such a bad play. And the way he's hit this year, it just didn't seem like he would try to do it, drop a bunt down. Maybe he did. We'll wait and see. We'll find out if he did. That would at least make me think that the manager hasn't lost his mind, that he, because it's a bad play either way. But we'll see. I didn't even think that he would bunt on his own there, to be honest with you. So let's see if he did bunt on his own or it was called for a bunt in that spot. We'll wait and see that in the postgame. Again, the Mets will go into the Yankee series having lost 6 straight games, having lost 10 of 12, and 6 straight, and have been as absolutely anemic as you could possibly be, as they got 4 hits today after 3 hits last night, and the game kind of ended as Bruce, the one big swing after a Frazier single, the Bruce ball to the track in left center field, and then a couple of outs. Reyes was pinch running. Is that the last time we'll ever see Reyes? He did not try to steal a bag, and the Mets go down quietly as Gonzalez hits into the shift and grounds out. We'll come back with your Met calls. We'll get you all the post-game stuff. We'll pop Eddie up to see what's going on. Back after this.